Alright guys, so we're gonna go through and do something. Let me turn this down a little bit. I'm kind of starting a little video late today. It's too loud. Too loud. There we go. I'm starting a video late today because I was kind of working on somebody else's boat, helping them out and stuff like that, and kind of cleaning up their boat and stuff like that. So I spent half the day. It's about 1 o'clock now, but there's another river that I wanted to check out. And we're gonna take the boat out back here. You kind of, I don't know if you can see it from your angle where it's hooked up, but we're gonna take the boat and we're gonna go try to check out this new river that I haven't got to fish yet. So it's something different for me. A buddy of mine, his name's Matt, he wants to go hang out, and then my wife and kids are gonna go hang out with his family, his wife and his kids and stuff like that. And they might come get on the boat for a minute because they sound like they want to all go for a ride for a minute, but then we're gonna kind of like drop them off at the boat ramp, and me and Matt are gonna fish for the rest of the day. They're gonna ride back to the house, and yeah, so we're kind of just doing a little bit of playing around today, just something different. Really just want to check out this river is what I want to do, and I think it'll be kind of neat or whatever. It's the, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm trying to think about the long name of mine. It's the Choctawhatchee River. It's in Florida here, so it's like near Panama City area. So, and I'll probably put a little image just so you guys can kind of see where the river's at in relation to where it's at in Florida and what we're going to go check out. And then like maybe the boat ramp, so you guys can kind of see that. I'll probably have that up in the video for you guys here. So that's what we're up to right now. We're gonna run over there. We're gonna go check out the river. I think it should be kind of interesting and new for us, and then see what we can kind of get our hands on. We're not really going through and like fishing it. We're just kind of like testing it out. So neither one of us have fished it before, so yeah, we're gonna check it out. So y'all stick around for that, and stay tuned for that. All right, so this right here is the Choctawhatchee River. Over here, it's near Panama City. I'm kind of zooming out just to show you guys a little bit of where it's at, located off of I-10, Vernon, Florida. You got Panama City down over here and stuff. So the river, just lost it. Here we go. The river's near Ebro, and if you look down here, it's laid out like this. And where the boat ramp is let me switch layers real quick. Go to terrain, not terrain. There we go. All right. If I zoom in, you can see how the entrance to the boat ramp is over here. You go down this road, boat ramp road, and that's the small boat ramp. And you'll see at the end of this video how it's kind of laid out. It's there's not really no docks or nothing, so you kind of get up on the bank over here. But yep, that's the little parking lot for the boat ramp. You kind of loop around, back up, and then you can come over here and you kind of park the trailer over here or along the side or up in here. And how the river is kind of like laid out. It's a pretty big river. And let me go back to the other layer and I'll switch back. You can kind of see that when I zoom out more, that it goes over here to the bay. So it does run into salt water. So further down the river, I imagine it's like brackish, more brackish. But up here, I doubt there's any kind of brackish water. And then as you look, the river kind of runs even further more north. So it goes for a minute all the way up here, all the way over into there you go. So you got Montgomery, Alabama. I don't know how much further it goes up, but I don't plan on going that far anyways into the river. So what we did today was or during that day that we went out on it was we ran down the river all the way down into these areas. And we just kind of ran up and down the river, just kind of looked around at the bank and everything else, and looked at let me switch back the satellite. We just looked at like all the houses that were on the side. There were some nice houses on the side of the river here and stuff. And it's pretty wide open in a lot of these areas. And then another spot we went was how the bridge comes across here. You really can't see it too much. We went up into this little area, And this is where you'll see later on in the video that it was right about here is where we found the little baby turtle. I think it was some kind of little snapping turtle. But I'll show you all that in the video. And then we went down into this little creek area, which was kind of cool. But sometimes this river will flood up big, and a lot of this area gets flooded, and you can actually fish into these tree lines more. So yeah, but that's pretty much most of the river. We didn't really go back up in here. We fished this area a little bit. We fished this area a little bit, and then we went down the river to this little cove area here, and we fished up in here and here. And that's really about all we did. That's all we had the time for was an hour or two of fishing. We'd never been on this river, so we were kind of checking it out, and we didn't really go too far from the boat ramp. We did run up the river more up here, all the way up, I want to say, until about this bend up in here. Somewhere up in here is where we kind of turned around and then ran back. Because the further you go up, there's like more trees, and I just don't know the river enough to kind of run it like that. The rivers, you always got to be careful for floating with logs and stuff. So when we first got on the river, me and Matt just kind of went and checked out the different areas and just, kind of looked around and just seen what was kind of safe to kind of run around and what was like deep. And then I used my little depth finders just to see how deep some parts of the river was, and it was pretty deep. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the Choctawhatchee River, and yeah, I'll show you the rest of the video. That way y'all can check it out.
That's kind of cool because you can see us from this angle too, that how it's recording us right now.
All right, right here in this part of the video, I just wanted to explain something that I kind of do anytime I come to a new lake or river. Usually I don't take any of my family members out on it or whatever. Matt's old enough. He's a full-grown man like me, so obviously me and him can check it out. Plus, 2 eyes are better than 1. Rivers, you got to watch a little more, especially here in Florida. A lot of the rivers that we get, they, tend to drift like, wood, logs, whatever. Plus we get storms that come through Florida, like hurricanes and stuff like that, and they'll knock down a lot of trees. So the river may be fine one day when you go in it, but like the next week when you come back after a storm, there might be a tree under the water that you don't even know about. So we're kind of checking it out, and I was already looking at before I even started riding around just to see what the depth is, how deep the water is through any of these little channels. And for the most part, we try to stay in the open part, the open part of these channels, because you can look off to the left and you can look off to like the right, especially to the left right here in this part of the video, that you can see like branches and sticks and everything. And since I don't have a tiller motor, if I hit a log or something, it's gonna jar my whole boat, right? So if I had a tiller motor, it would pop my engine up. But since I don't have that, that's something I got to be more concerned with in a bass boat in these rivers and creeks. That's why a lot of people will tend to get like little john boats and stuff like that and run in these creeks and rivers because, well, they don't have to worry about. Plus, those little john boats can get further back in the wood, like the wooded areas, than I potentially could without worrying about damaging my motor or lower unit or whatever. But yeah, we're coming around these corners. This is like one of the first corners we're coming around, and I kind of like as I come around this bend, I think I noticed, yeah, right here to the left, there's somebody fishing, and so I kind of throttle off, and it's just something else. It's just being courteous for other people fishing. I don't want to sit there and blow past them if they're out here fishing. They're obviously pulled onto the side. I don't know if they're pan fishing or brim fishing or whatever here. But I'm just gonna slowly troll by them. I'm not just gonna blast by them. And then when I get past them far enough, then yeah, I'll probably continue on. So I don't know if they're fishing for catfish or whatever they're doing out here, but either way, usually when you're just sharing the water with other people, that's just something else to be mindful of. Just being courteous and then kind of understanding other people on what they're doing, everything like that in the water. So, but we go a little further up the river here, and I kind of like look around, and yeah, we're just seeing how the river's laid out. Before, that's my wife and them calling me up on the phone right now. They're gonna bring the kids here in a little bit, and me and Matt had gotten to the river first, so we decided to just check it out, ride around, and just see how it's laid out before we let the kids get on the boat and then go up and down, because they're coming over just for a ride. So but yeah, that's what we do here. We run up the river a little bit, and then yeah, we turn around, we come back, we check the other end of the river, and then we wind up going over towards the where we put in at, and let the kids get on the boat, go for a little ride. This is more towards the evening time. I want to say it's like already 2 o'clock by the time we're doing this, and by the time we get done riding around with the kids and stuff. His wife and my wife get on the boat, then yeah, it's already getting like closer to like 4 o'clock or 3:30, 4 o'clock. So they play around with us for about an hour and a half. We let them ride, and then me and Matt just go check out the river and go fish. This is our first time being on the river, so it's all just new to us. But it's really, in general, it's a pretty nice river. The water's kind of like dirty looking. The river was a little higher here on this day than I guess it usually is, but for the most part, I mean, it's pretty nice. So yeah, and it's pretty neat how you can see like the different little currents and stuff. So, but yeah, you'll see the scene change here in a minute, and that's where we transition to go pick up the kids and stuff.
Y'all sit down there beside your daddy's phone. Just move his phone out of the way.
Hey, Aaliyah, say cheese. Really smile. That was not a smile. I know. You're like Dr. Pimple. He's a bite in the way. Guys. Daddy, I don't know how to like that.
I'm trying.
I don't know how to like that.
Look. You had it on now.
I had it on backwards.
Oh. This one it does have alligator.
I totally did.
So right here, I let my wife get on and sit there and drive the boat. I kind of like her to kind of feel confident in driving the boat a little more too, because if something happens to me and the kids are on the boat, at least she knows what to do with the boat. She was very skittish at first when we first got the boat, of driving it and everything, but I got her over having the boat for a little while, her confidence up a little bit. So I feel pretty confident if like, you know, if I needed her to move the boat from point A to point B, that she at least knew the basics on what to do there. So, but she'll sit here, and any of these speeds that you're seeing us going with the kids, it's like, this boat can go. It could probably rip like 60 miles, 62 miles an hour. We don't go that fast on the water with the kids. The most they get out of the boat is probably like 40, maybe 45. So right here, I think she's probably doing, if I'm guessing, maybe 35, maybe 40 tops. 35? Nah, she's probably doing about 35. So she's probably doing half the speed of what the boat can kind of do here, but and it just enough to kind of get going around or whatever. So.
Gonna rip some lips.
Pull this back this way so we got to that. So you hear the little pops in the last part of that video. That's how you know you're in Florida, like especially the northern part of Florida. There's all these woods and everything out here that these guys go out there and they just practice shooting and stuff. So that's what it was. Somebody was obviously shooting something. But yeah, this is me and Matt at the end here. We go up the river and we go to the first little spot over here, and then this is where we fish for like the last. It's probably about the last 2 hours of the day or whatever before it starts to get dark and that's getting off the river. So the river has a pretty strong flow down, but we run up north up here to this first little area and fish it.
Something with some teeth.
Yeah.
That would have at least felt it, surely. Which I have been popping it too. Time you pop that thing, they always did real good for me. Oh yeah, that's it. That ain't deer. Ain't no way.
Good about our Rapala is even if the fish don't want it, and they just come up react to it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it shines and moves to the water like that, even if they don't want to fully grab it and bite it, the treble hooks fuck them up. They get them anyways.
That's right.
There's something back there?
Yeah. There's something back. Yeah. Over there in them damn stumps.
So we don't wind up catching anything today besides the turtle you'll see here in a little bit after this part of the video. I just wanted to show you guys just really the river for the most part. So there's really no catching anything today, but if you guys do like the video so far, just hit like and subscribe, and I appreciate it, and watch the ending part of this video, and you'll see the turtle and then the boat ramp and stuff. So appreciate it.
I haven't taken it off yet.
We got this little baby snapping turtle.
Hey, smart ass.
So we can see him. Focus. Hey, that's crazy. I bet he's still kind of hurt if he got you.
Oh yeah, it thinks for sure.
Probably pinch. Be a good little pinch.
That's good. Right,
Good add him to your collection.
Let this little fella here.
I'm surprised he was swimming at the top of the water. That's cool. Alright, so at this point in the video, guys, I just want to kind of like wrap it up. There'll be a little ending scene there that shows like the dock and the boat ramp. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that's watched the video up to this point. I'm going to be making some more videos and content, so just keep an eye out there. I really would appreciate it if you guys did like and subscribe to the video. So it helps me push out more content like this. So I appreciate you guys' time, and I'll show you this last little bit here of the boat ramp. So appreciate it. All right, so it's the boat ramp. There ain't no dock over here. So it's laid out like this. Just one little boat ramp, and the river has a pretty strong current. And then you kind of go over here or off to the side over here. And there's a main bridge here. But this is the river you get on and kind of fish. And then you kind of like just pull up in this area whenever you want to get on and off your boat. There is no dock, so that's how you kind of work it from here. But yep, that's it. We're the last people to leave here at the boat ramp. So that'd be it for the evening. And get the boat pulled back to the house, and then we'll be good to go.